Hey guys, BassGeek here, and this is T3 brought to you by Nichols Lures. I'm teamed up with my buddy AJ. Let's go get them. So what we're going to be doing today, well, first off, let me give you conditions of the day. So today really is a little bit of a cold front moving in. The air temps had been 78, 77, 80 degrees for the 3 days that we practiced. It is going to be about 72, 73. The water temps, first thing out, had climbed up to 76. So, we were, we had good water temps, and we really expected with the new moon being on Monday that we were going to see some spawning fish, but we just didn't see the mass migration to the banks for the spawners that we were expecting. So first thing out, basically what we decided to do, unfortunately, AJ didn't find the green fish like we had hoped. So we're just going to treat it like a practice day. We're going to fish a lot of new water. We're going to fish, some of the stuff that I got bites on, which was, protected pockets with pea gravel in them. And we're going to target, some main lake points, some secondary points, some secondary or inside channel swings, staging areas that these bass might be in. The only real problem is that it's going to get a little tough, because as we get later into the day, there's some heavy rains and some pretty stout winds that they're given to roll in. So hopefully we can stave that off, and hopefully we can put something together just on the fly to figure out, what we can do. Come on. Yeah, barely. I can't get it to slide out. White bass.
Well, we got our first junk fish out of the way.
Yeah.
I want to see you dead up on the bank. Not out here suspended in the middle of the pond.
Yeah.
The shad spawn should be, what's it, about 65?
Yeah, about May those normally. Yeah. You got to be careful on them water temps, man. Everybody gets hung up on water temps, but water temps will matter, but they have to be sustained over a while. Yeah. Most time what I found, like everybody's like, oh man, as soon as it hits 58, no. It has to be, most time if you really want, to know when they're going to do something, let it be. If somebody tells you they'll start doing something at 58, it's probably going to be 62 by the time we get there.
I know, like, for example, 2 years ago, the shad's going to happen like end of April.
Yeah.
I was down here fishing as a soldier. We fished a chick and come back at evening, and we buzzbait that night. We caught like 50.
Mm-hmm.
But then last year it didn't happen until May, about mid-May actually.
Yeah. And it's like I tell people, there's always exceptions to the rules, sure. That's like, him saying that fish up there was on the bed. I mean, they'll come up, and a lot of times they'll move right back off. What do you got? You right there, my damn tip? Got him? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Dang.
Please keep. Yes. Woo! Guys, you don't know how hard I worked for that one bass. How hard AJ worked for that one bass. This place has been brutal for 3 days. I just, you know, for me, I want to learn what they spawn on this lake. It kills me like I'm dying to go to South Holston, but I swear, man, the full moon comes along, I may come down here and go smallmouth fishing, just so I can mark these spots and figure out where they're at. Because once you know where they're at, you know you can find out where they live all year. You know? Huh?
Golden retriever on the boat.
Yeah. Because if they spawn there, you know they're gonna live pretty close by for the rest of the year. You just gotta find where they go on their route out, and then where they go when they start to feed up for the winter time. That'll all be around somewhere. All right, guys, so the weatherman hit it on the nail. We've got one in the boat. We lost a good one. Basically what we think is kind of what I've been thinking all week. We got bass. The males are just pulling up on the bed. We're pretty sure that both of them that we've had a hold of are males. They're up, they're guarding. The females, we think we're seeing them on the graph holding off out there deeper. They're kind of suspended up. They're hard to get the bite this time of year. We're 3 days out from the full moon right now, or from the new moon. The water temperature's right. What was the water temperature? 65 this morning. So pea gravel banks right now. All right, let's get back to it. We've got about an hour. One fish, total weight. 197, 197. You want to tell Hank he's going to step up a little bit. Oh, look out! Come on, man. The BassGeek is out pushing you. All right, guys, that is the end of the day for us. As you can tell, it's still raining. I've lost my hat. That's why I look like a dirty mop head. We lost a couple, cost us a little bit. We haven't seen the final results yet, but we know that 5 fish would have went a long way. That's what they told us at the weigh-in. We weighed in one that you've seen us catch, and you know, AJ, you know, he lost a good one, man. I hate it, but that's fishing. You know, that's going to happen. I lose them, he loses them. We at least did not zero, and
Got some points.
Yeah, we got some points, and you know, this is a learning process for us. You know, this is a lake that I haven't fished in a lot of years, and I set out to kind of find out if they were on the beds, and that's what I've spent most of my time doing. Should I have been exploring other bites? I'm going to say obviously. So, you know, we're on to the next one. It's going to be Douglas. Again, a huge shout out to Brain Freak Shaved Ice, guys. Remember, please go out to their Facebook. The links are in the description, as always, along with everything that we used. And I know I haven't been putting AJ's rod and reel setup in there, and it's because I've actually forgot to tell him to text that to me so that when we do the videos.
It's always going to be Luz and Kistler.
There you go. So just go to Luz and go to Kistler and look it up. So, well, of course, we've been putting the baits down there. That'll be a very short list this time around.
Yeah.
But as always, I appreciate AJ for letting me ride around in this boat. You know, I've tried to break it a couple times now, and he's not beat me over the head with any rods or reels. And, you know, it's a good time. Like I said, we're learning. That's all we can do. AJ, you want to shout out anybody?
Yeah, just thank you to Nichols and again, Brain Freeze for making all this possible this year. For those of you that don't know, because you don't have me on Facebook, probably, I just found out I'm going to be a dad. So that's awesome. And hopefully this fall is the due date. So, of course, that would have, you know, fishing financially when you're not doing well and cashing checks, it starts to weigh on your brain, and that would definitely put extra strain. But thankfully, thanks to nickels and brain freeze, that aspect's gone, so you kind of get to focus more on fishing.
Yeah.
The only other thing I would say about this tournament today is just, you know, if you only get X amount of days or time to practice, just kind of whatever you find out and go with it. Just run with it, and try that first. Then if that don't work, go out and try something different. You know. By the end of the day, we was kicking ourselves for not doing what we'd found. So.
Yeah, you know, we ended up, and what he's talking about exactly is we actually had some bites.
This is my neighbor's campground back at there.
We actually had some bites. We didn't actually catch any in practice, but we kind of knew what they were doing. We knew that they were moving up. We've got a new moon on Monday, so we're 3 days away from some of the fish moving up and getting on the beds. And so what they were doing is they were just running stuff off, and that's how we ended up catching them. You know, they're a little more aggressive the closer you get. And we kind of decided we were going to scrap that since we didn't actually catch them, and we ran stuff that we wasn't really sure about. So as always, guys, questions, comments in the comment section below. Make sure you leave a comment down there. You know I love to talk bass fishing with you. And AJ's been answering some of your questions too. So if you got questions for AJ, like stop wearing that stupid shirt. I'm just saying. I'm from Virginia, you know, I'm just saying.
I fished that Kentucky place today.
So, but no. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you guys ring that bell so you get the notifications when these are coming out. And as always, you guys rock.